we are on our way to Santorini. We took the earliest morning flight from Athens that we could, and we got to watch the sunrise over the island as we flew in. From there, we picked up our rental car and headed straight for Red Beach. We hadn't planned to spend any time here, but a lot of people recommended that we at least see it, so we figured we'd check it out. It was still really early and we had the place completely to ourselves, which was great. There isn't much of a beach here, so we didn't think we'd come back again when it was crowded, but it was a beautiful walk. After a quick look around, we hit the road again. Driving in Santorini was actually a lot of fun and really cool. The roads are super steep and narrow in some areas, which is something to keep in mind if you're renting a car. But for us, having a car made our trip so much better. We loved having the freedom to go wherever we wanted, whenever we wanted. We made a quick stop in the town of Megalochori to walk around and get some lunch, and then we headed to Vlychada beach. This was a super nice beach, really laid back and a lot of open space. We would definitely come here again. By 3 p.m., we were able to check into our hotel, the San Antonio, and wow, this place completely blew us away. Right when we walked in, they handed us drinks and upgraded us to a suite. If that wasn't enough, they also deliver fresh local hummus and a bottle of wine to your room upon arrival. We're definitely not used to this level of service, but I think we could get used to it. Honestly, for us, the best part about this hotel was the infinity pool. It was so hot outside, and this pool is the perfect way to cool off. We spent a lot of time just enjoying the water and the views. After our swim, we got cleaned up and headed to Oia for dinner. Just a heads up, parking and navigating the mass of cars heading into Oia can be a bit difficult. Just be prepared. We had reservations at the Thalamy restaurant, and it was amazing. The food was incredible, and the view was really nice. After dinner, we did stick around to see the famous Oia sunset. While it was really pretty, I would say it was a little overrated. The crowds were absolutely insane, and we were happy to get back to the peaceful quiet of our hotel. The next morning, we woke up and had a beautiful breakfast at our hotel. Of course, we could have just stayed at the hotel all day, but we did have more of Santorini to explore. Our first stop was Profitis Ilias, the highest point on the island. If you love driving as much as my husband does, this is definitely a fun one. The roads wind all the way up to the top, and once we got there, the lookout was really cool. Because we're beach bums, we decided to spend the rest of the day at Kamari beach, and it was awesome. It's definitely not your typical white, soft sand beach. It's more on the rocky, volcanic side, but honestly, we loved it. The water was crystal clear and so refreshing. We had a great lunch from one of the restaurants right on the beach, and they also let us use their beach chairs after we purchased lunch with them, which was pretty awesome. It was hard to leave the beach after such a beautiful day, but we headed back to our hotel to spend some time at the pool before dinner. Tonight's dinner spot was the Renvi restaurant in Fira, and we were extremely impressed. The staff was really nice, the food was next level, and we had a front row seat to the sunset. I think this was one of our favorite dinners the entire trip. We started our last day in Santorini off with another fancy breakfast and then a visit to Ammoudi Bay, which is a tiny fishing village tucked in at the base of Oia. After Ammoudi Bay, we headed up into Oia to wander around before the crowds rolled in. If you really want to see how beautiful Oia is, I can't recommend going in the morning enough. It was so quiet and we were able to take our time walking through all the shops and enjoyed all the views without being shoulder to shoulder with other people. Even though it was still early, we were already so hot from walking all over town. So we made a last trip back to our hotel for a final dip in the pool before checkout. It was so hard to leave this place. The staff was incredibly friendly and everything was so well taken care of. We will have to come back someday. Our final stop in Santorini was Perissa Beach. We had dinner at the Acropolis restaurant and spent some time exploring and soaking up our last little bit of Santorini sun. We really enjoyed this beach as well, and it was really nice for walking. From there, we went to the ferry docks to catch a ferry to Crete, which is where the next part of our trip begins.